Buenas a todos, aquí Banir con una nueva entrega de Game of Thrones. Aquí tenemos a Alester, que como recordáis en el episodio anterior había asistido al funeral de su padre. Y bueno, vamos ahora a ver qué nos dice la gente.
I am not sure there is more to discuss between us, Alester. I am sincerely sorry for your loss. You know how much your father meant to me. Unless you are truly ready to listen to me, it would be best that you leave.
No entiende mi punto de vista.
I knew you to be less ardent, Rebella.
And I knew you to be more respectful. This ceremony was held under the watch of the Seven, and your shameful act did nothing but needlessly shock and disgust decent people.
Actué con arreglo a mi fe.
I am sorry, Scepter. From now on, the rights of the Seven no longer concern me. I have chosen another path. Can you not see that you and all the lost souls of Westeros worship different rays of the same light? Your entire pantheon, your 7 gods, do you not feel that they are just pieces of one whole, of something much bigger?
If you would listen to my lessons, you would know that for the sages, the 7 are but one. But in order to understand that, one must understand the full scope of their teachings. Perhaps it would be better to worship a simple wood fire like other red priests do. It's always easier to worship that which burns brightly.
The flame brings light and warmth. It is the source of life.
No doubt other creatures share your beliefs. Like those whores, for example. I've seen one of your kind in action. Thoros of Myr was his name. A fornicator and a drunk.
La excepción no hace la regla.
Is to be human. Our order does not encourage lust, Rebella. But the pleasures of the flesh are not altogether forbidden, if they are carried out in an act of love. And I myself have seen fat septons give themselves over to drink. However, I don't judge all septons based on these rare cases.
I've heard it all. A heretic daring to judge a true believer?
I will not allow you to speak to me in this manner, Rebella. I respect your beliefs, and you will respect mine.
Forgive me, my lord. I forgot my place.
Your fervor does you credit, Rebella. You raised me, as you raised my brother and sister. But I cannot allow one of my subjects to show me disrespect. Do you understand?
Of course. I shall be careful in the future.
I don't doubt it.
Bueno, ahora a ver dónde tenemos que ir. Por aquí. Patio del castillo de Aguasfuentes. Oh, cómo mola. Bueno, vamos a ver lo que tenemos que hacer ahora. Y hablar con este. El maestre Harwin. A ver qué nos dice.
Ah, Alester. There you are. Please leave us. So, you're not too unsettled by the situation here?
Y lo peor es que la gente sufre.
What I saw of the town upon my arrival was enough. It is a disaster. The people cannot go on like this.
Indeed. The poverty has worsened over the years. When neighboring lords became aware of your father's situation, they took advantage of the opportunity to take some of our lands.
But they have no right to do so. Our lieges, the Lannisters, should have been notified.
Indeed. But our relations with them have suffered since your father held Tywin Lannister responsible for your departure. It was after his death that your sister decided to reopen talks by going to see the most influential member of their family. That is why she requested an audience with Queen Cersei Lannister at the Red Keep. It was made very clear our lieges will act once our land has a new master. So your sister worked towards this end. River Spring has belonged to House Sarwick for generations. Ilyana has refused to marry a lord from any other house. So, the Queen has chosen a man for your sister.
Who is it?
Valar, your father's bastard son, your half-brother.
Valar? I left Westeros hoping never to hear that name again.
Más es el hermano,
Out of the
cojones.
question for my sister to marry him. He shares our blood.
Exacto.
How can the Queen condone a marriage which goes against nature?
Bueno, es que la reina es un poco suelta con eso de los hermanos.
She would take her husband's name. Being a bastard, Valar has no family name. It was the only solution to keep River Spring for House Sarwick.
¿Por qué iba la reina a
Why
permitirlo?
choose Valar for a suitor? What does the queen want?
From what I heard while accompanying your sister to King's Landing for her audience at court, Valar distinguished himself through his exploits. I know that the Queen enjoys surrounding herself with strong, devoted men. That is the case for Valar. By giving him this gift, she ensures his loyalty and increases her power.
But Valar was just a squire when he went off to war with me. It would take more than that to be a suitor worthy of our name.
Seeing him return alone from the war, your father blamed him for your disappearance. No matter how much Valar claimed to work for the prosperity of House Sarwick, your father wouldn't hear any of it. He cursed him and chased him away from River Spring for good. Your half-brother was mad with rage and left seeking vengeance. Apparently, he spent several years at the Citadel, using education to compensate for his low birth.
A maester cannot become a lord.
He never became maester, but stopped at the rank of acolyte. He learned the art of war, studied the higher mysteries, and forged links. He was then thrown out of the Citadel several years later for studying the forbidden arts. He's been a sellsword ever since. His reputation spread quickly, and royal ears heard of him. In 2 years, he went from simple soldier to the Queen's Guard. He moves in the shadows. The nobles of the court fear him.
Valar. He has taken too much from me already. I cannot just stand by while he marries my sister.
There is something else of which we should speak.
Vamos, así se
I
habla.
would have liked to spare you this. I do not believe that your father's death was an accident. There are certain indications that
Y ahora otra
lead me to
intriga.
believe that he was poisoned.
Are you sure?
Believe me, Alester, I know this subject. The Strangler is a difficult poison to detect, but it leaves certain traces that cannot be caused by anything else.
¿Tenía mi padre
And
enemigos?
you have no idea who it could have been.
I am not certain, but there are rumors of a possible culprit.
Tell me who it is.
This may overwhelm you, but the rumors say that it is your younger brother, Garwin.
Venga ya.
He was but a child when I left.
He and Lord Reynold had some serious quarrels, and he disappeared on the very night of your father's death. We've had no news of him since.
Why? Why would he have done such a thing?
Maester Harwin! The people are rebelling. Rioting has broken out throughout the town.
With all of this festering discontent, it was only a matter of time before this happened.
¿Qué hacen Rayman y sus
Tell
hombres?
me, does the River Spring Guard have the situation under control?
For now, they are securing the entrances to the castle. Barricades protect us from a direct attack. But the streets are inaccessible to us. We have too few men. The guard is overwhelmed.
Who is behind this revolt?
Some guards mentioned a man, a certain Tyrek, who seemed to be leading the rioters. They appear to have gathered at the market.
How did things get this far out of hand?
Well, the lords left the castle after the burial, with their fine clothes and all. Whereas the villagers are starving, all of this flaunted wealth must have pushed them too far. Everything erupted. The villagers began to attack the lords, taking them hostage.
You said that the revolt is being led from the main square. We must go there immediately.
Captain Ryman says that it's impossible. Our men are barely managing to keep them at bay at the castle doors. There are not enough of us to attempt an escape.
Where is Captain Ryman?
He is at the doors. He's the one that ordered the barricades.
7 hells! If Ryman deals with it, the revolt will end in flames and bloodshed.
River Spring has already suffered too much. I must join Ryman. River Spring needs me. I will not watch our land fall into ruins without acting.
Very
Así se
well,
habla.
but I beg you to be careful. You are a Sarwick. Act as a liege, Lord Alester. and know that your acts will have consequences.
I will do what must be done.
I am sure you will.
Bueno, venga. Empieza la acción. Tengo que ir por aquí. Vamos. Era hora de dejar de hablar. Aguas fuentes. Lo que ha muerto no puede volver a morir, pero se hace más grande y fuerte. Aeon Danfire. Venga, carga. Ahí estamos. Vale, ya está. ¿O no?
Well, well, look who's here, dear Alester. What have you come for, my good cousin?
I hope you're thinking more clearly than you were earlier.
I have no lessons to learn from a coward.
Let's not start that again. Ryman, I did not come here to fight with you. What can you tell me of the situation here?
We've almost regained control of the southern part of town. My soldiers are about to clean it out. But in the marketplace there are still skirmishes between rioters and people loyal to our cause. Nobles who came for the ceremony are still being held hostage by rebels on the docks in the northern part of town.
Very well, let's go, Ryman. I want to see this for myself.
Really? His lordship would like to see this for himself? Well then, I'd be happy to accompany you to see this. I cannot wait to see you reason with this gang of peasants. I hope that blade at your belt is not just for decoration. Here, take my flask. You might need it.
Ay, maldito viejo borracho. A ver. Tengo 3 caminos por donde ir. Por aquí. Así, a lo loco. Habilidades de sacerdote. Cómo puede manipular el fuego una vez desbloqueada la habilidad de Riel. Para acceder a las habilidades. Vale. ¡Buah! Cómo se peta. A ver, ¿qué pasa aquí? ¿Nos van a matar?
Ah, there you are, Captain. We were about to execute these men. They must learn who's in charge here.
These people must have committed serious crimes if they are to be executed.
They were amongst the rioters. They must be guilty of something.
If you execute people without reason, the situation will only grow worse. Allow me some time to question them.
What shall we do, Captain?
These vermin don't deserve such kind treatment. But fine. Let's see what my cousin is made of.
Bueno. A ver. Tenemos que hablar con este. Cojones. Ahí estamos.
Tell us why you're here, friend.
They started it. We just came to ask for something to eat.
Shut your mouth, scum! You killed one of our men in the port, and you will pay for that!
Este hombre se podría ir a la mazmorra. Se merece la muerte. Dejadlo libre. Me gustaría interrogar al guardia. Quisiera conocer la versión del aldeano.
This guard claims to have seen you at the port storehouse.
I was there with the others to demand food, my lord. But I'd already left when that guard got an axe through the head.
Pero ya me había ido cuando...
What is this man being accused of?
My lord, this man was seen in the port, where the rioting broke out.
And you suspect that he is responsible for this unrest?
One of our guards was killed in front of the storehouse. Someone must pay for that.
Dejadlo libre.
Go.
Very well.
Alguien se merece la muerte, pero si no es él, ¿qué cojones? Solo pedía comida.
This man was found near the dying body of one of our men. Look at him. He's pissed himself. You don't need more proof than that.
A ver qué dice el
What were
aldeano.
you doing near this guard's body?
I beg of you, my lord. I am innocent. I swear it by the Seven.
That is not what I asked. Why were you close to the body?
I am innocent. I did nothing. I killed no one.
This man apparently killed a guard.
Everything leads us to believe it, my lord. We found him carrying an enormous knife.
El guardia
Did you
parece
find
muy
him
maso.
with the blade in his hand?
No, we found it in his pouch, but the blade was caked with dried blood.
What were you doing carrying a
¿Por
knife?
qué llevabas un cuchillo?
Well, because I'm an apprentice to the butcher in the marketplace, my lord. I use the blade in my work, nothing more.
A las mazmorras, no me
Take
confío de
him
él.
to the dungeons.
Very well, my lord.
A ver, tú. Brusco, con ese nombre, mal vamos.
You're finally to die, you piece of shit.
I've nothing to do with all this. My lot kept out of it from the start.
I don't give a damn. You've been a pain in our asses for far too long.
For what crime do you wish to punish this man?
He belongs to an organized gang currently ruling over the port. They hold the merchants to ransom. They all pay with coin or their lives.
We have good relations with the merchants on the port. They appreciate our protection.
Protection? Don't make me laugh. We finally have
este
the
me
chance
cae
to
mal.
get our hands on
Lo voy a
him.
matar.
River Spring will be better off without him.
No necesito más escuchar.
This
Se
man
merece la
has
muerte.
spread rot in River Spring. Execute him.
I couldn't have said it better.
Ale. Así me gusta. A ver. Mellara. A ver, ¿qué me cuenta esta?
You'll pay for what you did, whore.
I wish you had been in your squalor's house as it burned.
A ver, ¿qué dice la mujer?
If you set his house on fire, you do realize that a lord can cut off your hands for far less than that.
Oh, please, don't cut off my hands, my lord. Your guard there. He took advantage of the rioting to violate my little sister. I found her in tears, unable to speak.
You can't call that rape. The girl didn't even put up a fight.
I'll get you and make you eat your own shit.
El guardia es el verdadero culpable. La tía mató a un guardia y el guardia violó. Ambos serán castigados.
Fire started during the rioting, the rape of a young defenseless girl. You will both go to the dungeons of River Spring.
Que se imparta la justicia.
Yes, but no one is to take such decisions in the future without telling me first. Try to at least hear what they have to say before passing sentence. Is that understood?
Yes, my lord.
Ay. Bueno, no sé si dejarlo ya aquí o hacer una misión más. Va, una misioncilla más y lo dejamos. Hay 3. Al siguiente capítulo lo acabamos y ya está. Por aquí. ¿No es por aquí? Sí. Abre la puerta.
Open this gate. I'm going to town.
Understood.
Open this damn gate.
Las misiones están por allí.
What is going on here?
There's an angry mob on the other side of the door. We closed the portcullis behind them. Ha, the idiots are stuck inside. But it should be fine. The door is strong.
Es inhumano
Open
tenerlo
this
así
door
cerrado.
immediately. We'll try to reason with them.
I'm not sure that would be very wise, my lord. They're pretty wild in there. But if that's really what you want to do...
Pues claro. Bueno, por fin algo de acción. Esto que era inmovilizada sin daños. Vamos. Y este, tú a ver qué habilidades tienes. Vamos, ahí. Pero ataca a alguien. A este mismo. Ahí estamos. A ver, tú. Tipo defensivo. Vale, tú aquí. Uf, qué mal está este. Vale, tú recupérate. Y tú acaba con este. Venga, rápido. Cojones, ¿qué haces? Ah, que es que claro, me tienen que estar atacando. Inmovilización. Y este. Ah, tú dale a esta. Bien, ya está. Ahora cojamos sus cosas. Garrote vil. Algo más. Lo siento, chavales, pero necesitaba pasar. Uf, qué mal va esto. Ah, creo que lo voy a dejar aquí. Esto va demasiado mal. Ya llevo bastante tiempo. Así que bueno. A ver si haciendo una cosa así. Mira, aquí me despido con Alester y su primo el guardia. Capitán de la guardia, si no me equivoco. Y bueno, lo dejamos para el siguiente capítulo. Mira, ahora va bien, hijo de puta. Bueno, lo dejamos para el siguiente capítulo, ya llevamos suficiente tiempo, hemos tenido un poco de acción, unos interrogatorios y mucha conversación, muchísima conversación. Por el maestre Halloween o como se llame. Ya nos hemos situado en la historia, ya más o menos sabemos de qué va el rollo este de Alester y los problemas que tiene su familia y vemos que ha estallado una revuelta en el pueblo. Así que bueno, en el próximo capítulo más Game of Thrones, más acción y por supuesto más conversaciones porque de este juego la falta de conversaciones no le hace. Pero eso ayuda a meterte más en la historia. Te enteras más de las cosas y te metes dentro del mundo de Game of Thrones. Bueno, hasta la próxima. Chao.